Scotty, your first career Indy 500 pole, just take me through that day and what it was like achieving that feat.
Yeah, it's such a incredible feeling. Four laps around here is special, at high speed, but then to do it, be the fastest person to do it over a pole run ever as well was such an amazing thing. And the car was just so good. It was on rails and yeah, just very privileged to drive the Pennzoil Chevy Yellow Submarine, and it's a very popular car scheme. So around all the folk here at Indy, and it was awesome.
And there's when you realized that you achieved that, right? That you were starting on the pole in your fourth start, right?
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So you get to check that off the list. You get to add that to the resume. I mean, what emotions were you experiencing? How great was it to see the guys and celebrate with them on getting the pole?
Oh, it was super cool. I think it was a little bit of relief as well because it is quite a stressful few days qualifying for the Indy 500 because obviously not everyone's guaranteed a spot. There's only 33 spots. So first off is qualifying, doing a good first run, and then but be fast enough to be in that fast 12, and then obviously the fast six to go for pole on Sunday. And that once it was over, it was like, okay, that's the fastest I'll drive for another year, like for a year or so. So now I can get back into the racing and certainly focus on the lower boost levels and how the car's feeling in the race. And that's what we did on Monday.
And you have a all Penske front row to start the Indy 500. What does that mean to this organization, and what does it do for you guys as far as teammates and preparing for the Indy 500 and know that you're starting the race that way?
Yeah, it's I think for Roger, I'm really proud for him. We're the first team to do a front row sweep since 1988, and the last team to do that was our team. So it's crazy. It's amazing, and I think it's a testament to the team how they've built three really strong race cars. I mean, Chip Ganassi Racing, they've been probably the stars of qualifying for the last 4 years, and they've got poles for sure, but they never were able to lock out the front row. And for us to do it as a team is something very special, and it takes a lot of hard work from everyone to control the parts, control the cars, and understand, everyone's got the same equipment, and that's what's really cool.
Well, and speaking of Roger, I mean, what advice does he give you guys before the Indy 500? Obviously, it's his house that you're racing at, right? A little bit of added
Yep.
pressure there, maybe to go there and do well. But what do you hear from him on a week like this when it is Indy 500 week?
Look, he's first and foremost, he wants the cars to be fast. And once he finds out the cars are fast, it's about looking after them and then using them at the right times. And I felt we're really controlled with what we were doing, the output we were giving in terms of how far how much downforce would take off the car to go fast, and running the risk of playing a lot of risk versus reward. And he was controlling a lot of that, and it's nice to be able to share this experience with him because he's seen it before. He's like been did this race over 50 years, so it's an amazing thing to come here and be a driver for him as a car owner, and then to be able to deliver for him is an amazing feeling, and something I'm so proud of.
And for you personally, I guess you've tried different things with preparing for the Indy 500. Like maybe it was too much preparation, maybe I'll do less, maybe I'll do more. But where do you feel like you're at this year with how you did prepare for the Indy 500?
I've been for about a year. I've been pretty intense. Like I just really, I've bumped up but what I was looking at instead of being intense about just my attitude towards the race, it's more just my preparation. We're looking at tape and listening to radio calls for spotters and understanding what language I like for that. And there's a whole combination of things that come together for this month. Because we obviously don't race on ovals like NASCAR all the time. This is only 5 or 6 times a year we race on an oval. Most of the time on a road to street course. So the discipline's very different, but with the minimal chance we get to test that discipline. And so it takes a lot of hard work off the track to be ready for when you get on it.
And you mentioned the speed that you have, obviously setting the record that you did. Is that added confidence knowing that during those 4 laps you were able to accomplish that or to set that record? I mean, how does that kind of maybe help your mindset going into Sunday?
It's just nice to know that everything, all the hard work you put in is sort of starting to click. I've still got a lot of learning to do, but we've got the best sort of starting position, obviously, for the 500. I'll lead the field of green and be able to sort of control the race, hopefully, from the front, or at least in those front sort of three positions. So, um, look, I know there's 32 other drivers that are going to be, bringing down my neck. So I need to make sure that am just focused on what I'm doing and control what I can control. And yeah, that's all I really can do.
All right, Scotty, we appreciate your time. Congrats on your first career Indy 500 pole, and we look forward to watching you race on Sunday.
Yeah, thanks, Ash. Thanks for having me.